You're listening to a pre-recorded broadcast on gshradio.com.
Hey, this is Vinny Marconi.
And this is AJ Menendez.
Welcome to Pit Stop. If you or someone you know overindulges quite often,
or if the hangovers are getting to be too much to bear,
if you think you or someone you know may have a problem,
then you're in the right place.
Grab a cup of coffee.
Get comfortable.
Let's chat. And you're joining us at gshradio.com and the Pit Stop. Morning, AJ. Don't even. Don't even. We're both in the same boat this morning.
We are.
At least I have coffee now. Do you?
Yeah.
Thank goodness for Lynn, because I would have slept right through it.
It's not helping.
Coffee is not helping?
No.
Not a good sign, my friend.
Oh, it's not.
All right.
But it takes much for me to go right back to sleep.
Well, you best stay awake. That would not help me.
If you hear me snoring, just yell.
I'll yell really, really loud. Trust me.
That'll work.
Okay. Today's program, we are talking about the what if game. And it's not just the what if game that we're going to talk about today. We are going to talk about a winning mindset in addiction recovery, the art of mental training. Now, there's a lot of things that we tell you that these are things that you need to do in order to stay clean and sober, to move on to the next level, help in your recovery, blah, 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 blah. I finally found something that actually explains how you can do that. Not just a matter of what you must do, but how you do it.
Amen.
We are going to start with AJ's blog, What If? By We Are One Voice 2014, Voice of Recovery from Addiction. Ready, AJ?
No, but okay.
Okay. What if I can't stay sober? What if I let people down? What if I get sober and my life is boring? What if my family still won't forgive me even if I'm sober? What if I can't deal with being sober? What if? The list of what ifs can go on and on. Look, the worst thing someone in recovery can do is get caught up in the if trap. Most of the time, our addictions are fueled by fear. The what ifs will keep our fears close at heart and prevent us from doing what we must do in order to stay sober. What if is just another excuse to avoid what you must do. Fear can be a very dangerous thing, especially when one who is suffering from addiction. We must overcome that fear, otherwise we'll stay stuck in our addiction. In recovery, fear means one of two things: face everything and recover, or F everything and run. The question would be, which one do you want to do? How sick and tired of being sick and tired are you? Of course, we always have a choice in the matter, but for every choice, there are consequences. If you choose to allow your fears to keep you from trying, the consequences can be deadly. When you get so engulfed in the what-if trap, you're stressing over the future. In recovery, you can't think about the past or the future. Yesterday is gone. You can't change it or anything about it. Tomorrow isn't here yet, nor is it promised. Concentrate only on each given day. One day at a time is not just a phrase for those of us in recovery. It's a way of life. If you allow yourself to stay caught up in the what-if trap, you're blocking yourself from reaching any goals in your life, not just in recovery. You never know what you can do until you try. My father used to say, if at first you don't succeed, try again. What if will keep you from trying? If you have decided that you need help and are in the beginning phases of recovery, don't think past 24 hours. How bad do you want to stay sober? How willing are you to do what you need to do in order to do just that? Is the pain of today worse than the fear of tomorrow? Sobriety is about starting over. It's about a life without the control of your addiction. You can do the what if all you want, But rather than think about it in that manner, ask yourself this question instead. What if it does work? What do you have to lose? You have much more to lose if you don't try than if you do. AJ Menendez, Master Male Illusionist.
When did I write that?
I'd have to go back and look. I have a folder on your blogs.
It is. It's a very, very dangerous game, and it's one that we use to try to talk ourselves out of it.
You wrote that.
We're all looking for an easier, softer way, and getting caught up in the what if trap is one of those ways.
You wrote that April 25th.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Yes. I have
I
a
don't
whole
remember.
folder on your blogs, you know?
Okay. It's just a scary thing, but it's one of the ways that we subconsciously try to talk ourselves out of it. Well, I know a lot of people who have tried it and it doesn't work. So what if it doesn't work for me? And the lists are endless. But in reality, all it is our disease is trying to tell us, like, you don't need this. I'm still here.
The what if trap is one of the hardest ones to try to break out of. It really is. And we find ourselves over and over going back to it because even in our childhood, what if I don't pass this test? What if they don't like me at the new school? We start playing that game at such a young friggin' age. It's really hard to break the trap.
You know, you just took that straight out of my brain.
Really?
Yes, you did, because that was my next comment.
Okay, I'm sorry I stole your thunder.
That's fine.
Well, it just means it just lets everybody know that we're on the same page as usual.
Yeah, even when we're half asleep.
And we're both half asleep. That's pretty sad. Okay, yeah, if Lynn didn't wake me up this morning, I would have slept right through the program. It's pretty bad.
So,
I found an article from recoveryranch.com, and it's called Elements of a Winning Mindset in Addiction Recovery. Okay? So it's not just a matter of try to stay away from the what ifs. This is how we're going to help you do just that. Choosing to go into an addiction treatment program is one of the most important, most difficult, and potentially most life-altering decisions you will ever make. Taking the first step towards treatment takes a lot of courage, and treatment itself takes dedication and hard work. The rewards of successful addiction treatment, however, make it all the effort worthwhile. But hard work is just one element of successful rehab. Now, we're not talking about just in a rehab center. We're talking about your entire program. Another very important, often overlooked element is your mindset, the attitude you have regarding the treatment process, changing your life, and finally getting clean and sober. Your mindset can, and usually does, determine just how successful treatment will be for you. Anything to add to that part?
I agree with that 100%. It's almost the same thing as saying, you know, if you're not ready for it and you're just going along with the flow, then it's not going to work. In order to get clean and sober, you literally have to retrain your brain from everything that you're used to. You know, everything that you're used to doing and the way you're doing it has to be changed. And sometimes that's harder for others who have been doing it longer.
Exactly.
It's a tough cookie. It is. It's a tough cookie.
If you begin treatment with the right mindset, you'll be much more open to the process. A negative mindset creates resistance. You'll be like a fish swimming upstream, fighting the current all the way. You may still reach your goal in the end, but you'll spend a lot of energy pushing away the help being offered, and that can be exhausting. Before we talk about the elements of a winning mindset, let's look at the benefits of having one versus the consequences of not having one. Ready, AJ?
I'm ready.
With a winning mindset towards addiction treatment, you'll be much more likely to complete your treatment program, follow through with aftercare, learn as much as you can while you're in treatment, Make the necessary lifestyle changes to prevent relapse. Take responsibility for the choices you make. And stay clean and sober. Now, if you have a negative mindset, you'll be more likely to drop out of treatment prematurely, gain little, if anything, from treatment while you're there, fall back into old habits, relapse once you leave rehab, blame others for your situation, and alienate everyone who's trying to help you and support you. Any comments on what will happen with a winning or a negative mindset, AJ?
I tell all my students that even though they're in a rehab center, their recovery really doesn't start until they leave there. In a rehab center, if you're willing to do what you need to do and learn the tools that you need to learn, then you'll put them to use on the outside. But if you walk in there with a negative mindset and you walk out with the same negative mindset, you're always going to get what you've always gotten.
Exactly. Nothing changes if nothing changes.
Hmm.
Perfect analogy. On that note, we're going to go to our first commercial break. This program is brought to you in part by TB Roofing and Construction, LLC Largo. They specialize in roofing, brick pavers, and home improvement. They are our new sponsors for Pit Stop. I'd like to welcome them aboard. Yes, thank you. We're going to our first commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Come stay at the award-winning Flamingo Resort in St. Petersburg, Florida. Located conveniently off I-275 at exit 17, the Flamingo Resort is Florida's largest LGBT resort. Pet-friendly with 120 rooms and an 80,000-gallon pool. Celebrate the weekend with your friends at one of our monthly themed events or our infamous Sunday tea dance with live DJ and dancers. Dine al fresco by the pool or enjoy a signature cocktail at one of our 6 bars. We are not just a weekend destination. With daily drink specials, come out during the week for any of our theme nights, talent and karaoke, to a rowdy game of bingo. Whether you're LGB or T, the Flamingo Resort is the place to be.
For over 20 years, Francis House has opened its doors to people infected and affected by HIV/AIDS. We offer daily support groups, counseling, lunch, medical case management, bus passes, a food pantry, and confidential HIV testing. All services are provided free of charge by a staff that is dedicated to proving that HIV is not the only positive in your life. If you're in need of any of our services or simply want to build friendships and strengthen your support network, please visit www.francishouse.org or call 813-237-3066.
Hey, this is Cleo King, Nana from Mike and Molly, and you're listening to GSHradio.com. Hey, hey, hey!
And we are back with Pit Stop. Hope everyone is still with us. AJ, you with me?
Coffee.
Oh, okay. You had to get coffee. That's fine. Oh, good morning. We have a friend of ours in the chat room. Okay, we are moving on with a winning mindset. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The 4 elements of a winning mindset. There are primarily 4 elements of a winning mindset when it comes to addiction treatment. You recognize your value as a person, that you deserve a better life. You're ready to make changes in your life. You're willing to take responsibility for your situation. And you're able to imagine a worthwhile future. Let's take a closer look at each one and why it's so important. You recognize your value as a person, that you deserve to be clean and sober. This mindset element can be especially challenging for an addict. After all, it's difficult to feel like you're a worthwhile person, someone who deserves a better life, if others have put you down because of your addiction. In fact, like most addicts, your self-esteem is probably pretty low. You may feel like a failure or loser because of your addiction. It's not uncommon. But here's the important thing to remember. Your addiction doesn't define you, and it doesn't determine your worth. When you recognize your value as a person, regardless of what anyone else says or believes about you,